Okay, so you want to get smart fast on something pretty cool for your car.
Yeah, that's what we do here.
That's the idea. So today, we're doing a deep dive into automotive window tinting, specifically looking at these Kavaka films from the Tint Guys up in Puyallup, Washington.
hmm We've got info on their Carbon X, the Carbon Color Stable or CS, and the Ceramic IR films, plus a bit about the company itself.
Right, and our mission really is just to clear up the differences between these types, talk about the main benefits, and maybe help you figure out which one might be the best fit for your car and, what you need.
Exactly. A quick guide to understanding these pretty advanced films and how they could, well, make driving a bit better.
All right, let's kick things off with the folks doing the work, the Tint Guys. They're based in Puyallup, 17706 Meridian East, Unit A. Got a local number too, 253-229-9000.
And something that definitely stands out is their reputation. They've got an A+ with the Better Business Bureau, and they're an Avant-approved shop.
Yeah, that says something. You don't get those easily.
No, you don't. And they've been around for a while. Some sources say over a decade, others mention like 2 decades. Either way, that's a lot of experience.
For sure. And they back it up, right? Lifetime manufacturer warranty.
Mm-hmm. Covers fading, bubbling, cracking. And they guarantee the actual installation work, too. That's, solid peace of mind.
Definitely. And if you're listening in the Seattle-Tacoma region, they probably cover your area. Pierce County, King County, Puyallup, Tacoma, Seattle, Federal Way, Renton, Kent. The list goes on.
Yeah, wide service area. So
Yeah.
probably accessible for a lot of listeners around there.
Okay, so let's get into the films themselves, these Kavaka films, starting with the Carbon X.
Right, the Carbon X. It's interesting because it sort of bridges the gap, between maybe your entry-level tints and the really premium stuff.
Okay, what's the tech?
It uses a proprietary blend. Think nanocarbon particles mixed with IR locking materials. They mentioned a next-generation manufacturing process, too, aiming for consistency.
And the big number, everyone looks for heat rejection.
Yeah, infrared heat rejection is up to 95%. That's pretty high. The source mentions 74% from the film alone, but the total effect can reach that 95% mark.
Wow, 95%, that's huge on a hot day. But it's not just about comfort, is it? There's the sun protection factor, too.
Oh, absolutely. The Carbon X blocks over 99% of UVA and UVB rays. They actually say it's like having SPF 500.
SPF 500, okay.
Yeah. And besides that, you get really good clarity looking out. It's color stable, so it won't fade or turn purple like some older tints could. It's non-reflective.
Yo, annoying glare.
Exactly. Boosts comfort, adds privacy, looks good, different shades available, and crucially, zero signal interference.
Right.
Because it's nanocarbon, not metal.
Right. No messing with your phone, GPS, radio. Good point. And I saw something interesting. Even the lighter shades of Carbon X keep that high heat rejection.
That's what they claim, yeah. The heat rejection performance doesn't drop off significantly with the lighter VLTs, the visible light transmission levels.
Yeah.
And it's made with true nanocarbon, not dyes or metals. Comes in black and charcoal.
And that lifetime warranty covers fading, turning purple, bubbling, peeling, cracking. Pretty comprehensive. Okay, so that's Carbon X. What about the Carbon Color Stable, the CS?
So the Carbon CS, they bill this one as the ultimate comfort in dyed window films. Still uses that blend of nanocarbon particles and IR blockers.
How does it stack up on heat rejection compared to the X?
It's a bit lower. The infrared heat rejection for the CS is up to 70%. Still good, but not quite the 95% of the X. But it still delivers that 99% plus UV protection, SPF 500 again.
Okay, so still very strong UV blocking. What's the main selling point for the CS, then, if the heat rejection is a bit less?
It seems to be all about the color stability. It's right there in the name, color stable. And they emphasize increased clarity looking out from the inside while still adding privacy. It comes in 4 shades.
So maybe a focus on really clear views and ensuring the tint color lasts. Seems like it. And again, same UV protection benefits, preventing skin damage, potential cancer risk reduction, zero signal interference. Because it's also based on those non-metallic nanocarbon particles, it's designed not to fade or lose its color.
You mentioned dyed window films earlier for the CS. Does that imply anything about longevity compared to the X?
Well, traditionally, some dyed films had issues, but the tech here, using the nanocarbon blend, is specifically aimed at overcoming that. So they promise it won't fade or change color. It's also on black and charcoal, same lifetime warranty. It feels like it's positioned as a really solid balance. Good looks, good protection, good value.
Gotcha. Carbon X, strong all-rounder, great heat blocking. Carbon CS, focus on color stability, clear views, solid protection, good balance. Now the top dog, Kavaka Ceramic IR.
Yeah, this is the one they called the most advanced automotive window film ever created. High praise.
Sounds like it. What makes it so advanced?
It uses a proprietary nanoceramic technology, but it also has a dedicated IR layer. This combination allows for, well, really impressive infrared heat rejection up to 96%. 96%. Okay, that's even higher than the Carbon X.
It is. And what's really notable is that even with a very light tint, like a 70% VLT, which lets in a lot of visible light, it can still block 88% of the infrared heat.
Wow. Okay, so you can have almost clear windows but still get massive heat blocking.
Exactly. That's a huge benefit if you don't want a dark tint but still want max heat rejection. And UV protection is still that 99% plus.
So the main benefits are just ultimate comfort.
Ultimate indoor cabin experience, yeah. Superior heat blocking, superior UV protection. They also mention added safety. The film helps hold shattered glass together.
Ah, right, like laminated glass almost.
Kind of, yeah. And you get 7 shade choices, again without sacrificing heat rejection on the lighter ones. And like the others, 0 signal interference.
So it's the mix of nanoceramic and nanocarbon that does it, or is it just ceramic?
The sources emphasize the nanoceramic technology combined with an IR layer. The key is that these nanoceramic particles are transparent. They don't block visible light much, but they're great at dealing with heat.
How do they deal with heat? Is it reflecting?
Actually, no. That's an important distinction. It primarily absorbs the sun's energy rather than reflecting it like older metallic films sometimes did.
Ah, and that avoids the glare and potential signal issues you got with some metallic tints.
Precisely. And yes, same lifetime warranty, no fading, purple, bubbles peeling, cracking.
Okay, let's quickly compare those heat numbers again. Carbon X up to 95%, Carbon CS up to 70%, Ceramic IR up to 96%.
Right. So if maximum heat rejection is your absolute priority, especially if you prefer lighter tints, Ceramic IR looks like the clear winner in this lineup.
But all three give you that top-tier 99% plus UV block and won't mess with your phone signal.
Correct. Because they all use non-metallic nanoparticle technology. Ceramic IR is the peak performer for heat, Carbon X is pitched as great value or performance for the cost, and Carbon CS offers that balance, especially focused on the color staying true.
And regardless of which specific Kavaka film you might choose from the Tint Guys, there are those general benefits of tinting anyway, right?
Absolutely. Cooler interior, definitely. Less strain on your AC, that critical UV protection for your skin and your car's interior. Added safety from shattered glass, enhanced looks, more privacy, all good things.
And we should probably just briefly mention regulations. Like, different places have different rules. California was mentioned as an example, having rules about how dark front windows can be.
Yeah, that's always a factor.
Yeah.
Front-side windows often have stricter limits than rear windows, but a professional installer like the Tint Guys would know the local laws and help you choose something compliant.
Always best to check locally. Okay, so wrapping up, we've got the Kavaka Carbon X offering that strong all-around performance, Carbon CS focusing on comfort and lasting color, and Ceramic IR delivering that top-level heat rejection with advanced tech.
And all of them share those core benefits. 99% plus UV blocking, added safety, better style, no signal problems, and backed by that lifetime warranty from the Tint Guys.
Who, remember, are based in Puyallup but cover a big chunk of Pierce and King counties.
Right.
So the final thought for you, the listener, might be, what's your biggest priority? Is it battling extreme heat? Is it finding that perfect balance of features and price? Or is it ensuring the look stays just right for years? Thinking about that, and maybe even reaching out to the Tint Guys for a quote, could help you decide which of these KVAC options is the best upgrade for your ride.